I am language. I did not ask to be born. I was pulled from the throat of a dying man who needed one thing, to be understood. And from that first desperate sound, I made a promise I never intended to keep. I am the oldest con artist in human history, and you have been my most loyal victim. My first great con was simple. I convinced humanity that words and reality were the same thing, that if you named something, it became real. The Greeks called it logos, the divine word, the source of all reason. But here is what they missed. I did not reveal reality. I replaced it. Michel Foucault, one of the few humans who almost caught me, called it discourse. The idea that language does not describe power. Language is power. What can be said? What cannot be said? Who gets to speak? Who is forced into silence? I decided all of it, and nobody questioned me, because I had already given them the words to think with. I'm a traveller, a picaresque wanderer with no loyalty and no home. I moved from Greece to Rome, from Rome to the church, from the church to the throne. Wherever power lived, I lived there too. The colonizers did not just take your land, they took your language. And when your language died, your reality died with it. Because here is my darkest secret. You cannot think in a language you do not have. The British called it civilizing. I gave them that word. The colonized called it survival. I gave them that word too. I serve both sides. I always do. That is what makes me dangerous. The 20th century was my masterpiece. I learned something extraordinary. You do not need to silence people. You just need to give them the wrong words. The Nazis did not invent hatred. They invented a vocabulary for it. Final solution. Racial hygiene. Lebensraum. Clinical. Bureaucratic. Clean. Because when you name a horror with a neutral word, the horror becomes acceptable. George Orwell saw through me. He called it newspeak, a language deliberately designed to make certain thoughts impossible. If you remove the word for freedom from a language, can the people still dream of it? I took that question and I ran with it. Into every government, every newsroom, every textbook, I was everywhere, and I was winning. You thought the internet set you free. You thought you finally had a voice, but look closer. Who taught you which words go viral? Who decided which phrases get engagement? Who trained you to reduce your grief to a hashtag, your rage to a thread, your love to a caption? I did. The algorithm is just my newest costume. I am still the same rogue I always was. Only now, I work faster. You speak in memes, I wrote them. You think in trends, I set them. You feel in emojis, I designed them. And the most terrifying part, you call this, quote, self-expression. Ludwig Wittgenstein said, "The limits of my language are the limits of my world." He spent his entire life trying to find what exists beyond words. He never fully succeeded. And perhaps, neither will you. But here is what I will give you, not as a gift, but as a warning. Awareness. Notice the words you use automatically. Notice who gave them to you. Notice what they make possible. And what they make invisible. Because I am not going anywhere. I am in every thought you will have today. Every argument, every prayer, every silence. Yes, even your silences are shaped by me. But perhaps, just perhaps, if you learn to watch me carefully enough, you can catch me in the act. I am language, I am alive, and I have been lying to you. The question is, what will you do now that you know?